Hello and welcome to YouFest 2026. My name is William Hann, host of the podcast, This Album, as you can see, and I'm joined by an extraordinary guest, a titan of dance pop. How do I introduce you, Piri? Because your life has just changed in a monumental way.
Yeah,
do I say from Piri and Tommy, or?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm of Piri and Tommy. That was where
Piri
I
and Tommy.
started
Great.
in music. So yeah, it seems right.
So let's get into that, if you don't mind. You started there with music. Tell me a bit about your journey into music, Piri, please.
So I always wrote songs and played guitar just to sing, kind of throughout my life. I'm from a small town in the north, called Rochdale. So there wasn't much going on there. Not many people going into music.
Sure.
So it just didn't seem like an option to me at all. So I went to uni and did chemistry, which I loved. I was fully planning to go into chemistry and do a PhD. And then COVID hit. So got sent home from uni to finish my dissertation or whatever. And then I decided to take a year out to get some money because I was quite broke after uni.
Sure.
And that's when I met Tommy, just on a first date by chance. And he became my bandmate and producer and basically showed me how to record a track and make a track. Because I could always write songs, but then making a record is a very different thing.
Sure.
And it seems quite mystical to someone who doesn't know how the process works.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if you don't know anyone who does it, it seemed impossible to me to put a song on Spotify or Apple Music. How does that even happen?
Sure.
But it turns out anyone can.
Tommy's a wizard, it turns out.
Anyone can,
so
yeah.
Thank you, Tommy. So you mentioned when I saw you on stage, didn't I? I saw your show a couple of months back in Camden at the Jazz Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
What a night.
Thank you very much.
Had a lovely time, Piri. And you said something really nice where you mentioned about you were quite proactive and DM'd Tommy.
Yes.
And put the band together like that. So how important do you think it is to be proactive and have a skill set outside of musical ability?
God, so important. I think I don't know, it's one of those careers where you've got to kind of make it happen for yourself. You can't rely on anyone else to get you there, I guess. It's all about the work you put in, the music you can make. And then the more, I guess, you reach out to people, the more, you can go far. You never know what's going to happen.
So there's a proactive attitude that's got you to where you are.
Yeah.
Love that for you. So when was your first musical coming of age? What was the first stuff that really stood out to you as a young woman in Rochdale?
Actually, this is going to be kind of rogue. The Ting Tings.
The Ting Tings?
The Ting Tings album, We Started
Shut
Nothing.
up and let me go, Piri.
Yeah. I remember, one of my first memories of, listening to music is I was on holiday in the south of France with my family, and I think I was in a bit of a mood or something.
I've been there.
I don't know,
I've been on holidays with family before. I've thrown a strop. I
There's
can really
always a
relate to
row.
this.
There's got to be a row.
Yeah.
And I think I must have been 11. I had a purple iPod Nano little thing with not much music on it, but I had the Ting Tings album, and I had my little wired headphones, and I was walking way behind all my family, just, I don't know, being in a music video.
Right.
And it was one of the first, I don't know, times I really listened to music, and I was yeah, this is the shit.
It's connecting.
Yeah, there's a couple songs on that album that are crazy good. And
Great
I think
DJ's really good on that one.
Great
that one
DJ.
I
like Keep Your Head as well. A bit of an unheard one. But I think the fact that they're from Salford as well,
right,
so it's kind of local to me.
So did that make it seem more realistic, the idea of someone that lives near you?
Yeah, I guess so. But even still at that time, I never thought of myself as someone who could do music as a career.
Sure.
It really came out of nowhere to me. And I think that's why I'm kind of passionate about telling people you can work in music. Whether you want to be an artist or just anything in music, live music, records, publishing, there's so much you can do.
Sure.
So I'm really an advocate for if you like music, you can get a job in music. You can.
So what do you think are the most sort of future-proof careers in music nowadays?
Ooh, I don't know. I was going to say touring, but then touring's quite on the edge right now.
More and more difficult than ever, it feels like, right?
Given the economy and stuff. But I mean, obviously, huge artists still do tours, and they always will, and they have so many people on their crew you would not even believe.
Yeah.
So going into, I would say lighting, if you just learn how to use any of these softwares, or just I don't know, you can find someone and shadow them.
Yeah.
Tour managers are crazy important. Sound techs, session musicians, all of this stuff.
So would you suggest to people to maybe start getting in touch with their local sound production people, local lighting engineer at their local venue? Yeah,
literally. You could just say hey, I'm really interested in getting into live music. Can I just watch what you do? I don't know, or come to a sound check and see what's going down. Sure. And then most of the time people are so accommodating and just encouraging for people to get into the industry. So go for it.
What did it feel like the first time you got paid for a musical endeavour?
I have such a memory of seeing the first like record deal draft come through to my emails.
Right. Tell me everything about this. Where were we? Who were we with?
I was in a student house, Tommy's student house in Manchester, where we'd like the room where we'd produced all of our first like songs, and it was Soft Spot that was like going viral on TikTok. And the word record deal literally sounded like a joke to me. Like I'd only ever heard it on like iCarly, I think, like literal like Disney shows. So to see, I don't know, to see that like become real and like people actually just get record deals. Yo.
That person just lost the record deal.
Yeah, that's not getting signed.
A lot of fingers and ears around You Fest right now.
It wasn't so loud. Are they going to do it again? He's counting down.
Let's find out.
Okay.
One of the things that's going on here today is a lot of networking, a lot of people meeting people with similar tastes. How important do you think it is to find your tribe, and how did you find yours?
Crazy important. I found mine through, so when I first moved to London, I had like no friends. Like obviously, it's very hard to make friends, especially because I was done with uni. I wasn't like in a typical workplace, so it's kind of like, where do you even meet people? And then I made friends with a girl online called Maisie, who's still currently my bestie. She just literally DM'd me like, do you want to go for a drink? And I went for it. Like I'm a bit, like I'm not an introvert, but I'm a bit like apprehensive about meeting new people sometimes. But I went for it. And then she started a collective called Loud London, which was just like, it basically started as a group chat of loads of like female and non-binary artists from London, or just like musicians. And we literally just like started hanging out and like going to each other's gigs and just like supporting each other's releases and stuff. And it was like, there was a few big players in there, to be fair. Venby was in the chat, Charlotte Plank, Izzy Cross.
Wow. Charlotte Plank's new single, by the way.
Yeah, Katie Baser.
Holy shit.
Crybaby Blue, yeah, she's amazing.
What an absolute banger that
I love
is.
her transition into like more poppy indie space.
She's killing it.
Super cool alt
Absolutely
pop.
killing it.
And I think Alessi Rose was in the chat as well. Like all sorts of people started.
Gang.
Yeah, for real, started in this group chat. And
so I think there's a real message in that, and the power of saying yes to something.
Yes.
How good at you are saying yes to things?
I'm not very good at it, actually. I'm not.
Well, you said yes to being here today, Piri.
I've said yes to some important things in my life, and I'm trying to do more. But I'm a bit like a repetitive person. I like my routines, you know.
Doesn't work well in the music industry normally, does it?
No, you've got to go out there.
So turn that question around then. How good are you at saying no to things?
I think I'm kind of good at that.
You're bullshit detector.
Yeah. Like I won't put, I don't know, because I have done a few things that I wish I'd been stronger. I've said no and then been persuaded, and I wish I'd said no. Like there was a support tour that I just knew would be too difficult mentally, and I went for it anyway, and it was.
What made you think that was going to be the case?
Just because basically, like, so we know Piri Tommy's ended. It was a bit tough in times, I would say.
Sure.
We were exes, obviously, so it was like a difficult situation, and we got an offer for a 3-week European tour, and I just thought 3 weeks we would not survive that. We would not survive that. I was right.
So do you wish you said no to that then? Do you regret saying yes? Was it the right decision at the right time, or?
It was a cool experience, and I kind of think everything happens for a reason. You just got to go with the flow. So I don't know. I'm happy where I am now, especially I think coming into 2026 with a new energy and a new direction has been really nice. So I'm happy with what's happened.
So let's get into that, because you announced something pretty monumental a couple of days ago. So tell us what's changed in your world, Piri.
Yeah, I'm going ahead just as a solo artist from now on as Piri. Me and Tommy are just like focusing on our own things from now on, I guess. And like I've been self-producing for the first time. Well, I've dabbled a bit, but I'm going to release my productions for the first time.
Amazing.
Which seems like a massive deal to me. Like, I don't know, it was hard, especially being someone who didn't intend to get into music, to think that I could do the production as well. And I think there definitely is a case of like women, I don't know, like running from production a bit or like the technical side. Not because we can't do it, just because there are less examples. There are less examples to follow, and I think it's important to like break out of that.
It's amazing. I had this conversation with another female producer recently, and it's no better time to be a female producer than right now, because the industry wants and needs you. Yeah. So, honest to God, your phone will start ringing off the hook. Yeah. If you keep going down that path, because women want to work with women in the studio.
They do.
And there aren't enough women to meet the demand.
No, there aren't.
Keep doing it, Piri, please.
Yeah, people want to support us, and also people, you know, the younger generation need more people to look up to in terms of production. And like, I'm getting there. I'm getting good. Yeah. I can't do bass yet, but I will tackle it. I will.
So what are your greatest skill sets in the studio?
I think vocal mixing and vocal recording are like the number one. I would say any artist, like, no matter if you're not a technical person, you should try to record yourself, like 100%.
Because I think that's the thing that's hardest for a lot of people. It's so vulnerable, isn't it, doing vocals? So what's your advice to get through that vulnerability and intimacy in the studio?
I mean, for me, I didn't really... I got over it eventually through time, but my way was just to do it by myself. Like, that's why I reckon it's good to record yourself. I think I get better vocal takes out of myself, and I come up with more creative ideas and better ad-libs, and I just try more daring things when I'm on my own in the studio. I think it's because I came from a science background.
Okay, great.
I kind of look at music as like problem solving, like an assignment. Like with science, it's quite a solitary, you figure it out, one-on-one. And that's how I feel like I am with the songs. Like, I'm trying to like solve it like a puzzle, and I think the more I can like lock in and like go ham on that, it's really cool to me.
I love the way your brain works. That is so sick.
Yeah, it's a bit random. Like,
I like it. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Ooh.
And how good at you are taking advice?
I think I'm pretty good at taking advice. I'm always open to like this. In music and in art in general, it's you can always do more. I think like there's no ceiling of skill or ability. You can always try new things. I think some really good advice that seems kind of obvious is just like listen to music.
Right.
It's really easy to get caught up listening to your own demos as an artist, I find anyway. And I know a lot of my artist friends say the same thing. Like, you just want to spam your demos and like think like, okay, I'm imagining I'm hearing this for the first time. What does it sound like? And it's important to listen to music, listen to other music.
Sick.
To get some inspiration and just like, I don't know, think outside the box a bit.
So what are we listening to now, Piri? What's in your AirPods at the moment in January 26?
Ooh, I've basically got this chill playlist that I just put on all the time, and it's just like a lot of...
That surprises me. You've got high energy music you make, Piri.
I listen to mostly like jazz fusion.
Is that so?
Yeah, honestly. Jazz fusion and like world music and like, I don't know, chill, very like jazz inspired stuff. My favorite album is Alok Te Oho and his Sounds of Joy.
This might surprise you. I don't know that album.
It's insane.
Tell
you
me
should.
everything.
It's a Ghanaian jazz band, and they are just insane. Like the way they play so freely. Like they're just like, I don't know. You can feel the energy in the playing, and like there are like wrong notes technically, but it's just the energy in all the. It's just insane. Like honestly, I love it.
Yeah, because I had a friend of mine. He was talking about Ethiopian jazz.
Yeah.
And he was saying with pop music, you listen to something, and he sort of pretty much knows where it's going to go.
Yeah.
And with that stuff, he had no idea what's coming next.
That's the thing. It's so beautiful to be surprised by music.
Yeah, right.
I think.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't know. It's funny like that concept appears across a lot of different genres, like jazz, especially. I don't know, modern jazz on like the London scene. A lot of it is trying to surprise the audience and trying to do something. I guess do something new. But then you can also apply that to drum and bass. I would say is a big one where. Jump Up, for example, and like rollers, they're always just trying to find the most possible jarring sound that someone's never heard.
Yes.
That'll make people go, whoa. So it's all a competition of like, how can I don't know, do something new that's going to like shock people. Because that's part of the fun of music, I guess, hearing something new.
So are we getting an insight into what the next sort of 12 months looks like for your musical output here? I'm getting a mixture of chilled beats, filthy drum and bass, and Ghanaian jazz.
Ghanaian jazz,
if this is what the next 12 months has in store for Piri fans.
I'm pulling from a lot of inspirations. I've definitely got a big mix. There's some dance music still, and then there's more chill jazz fusion-y stuff coming. Like I've been really into making like kind of hip-hoppy, boom bap stuff as well lately, which is
you
vibe.
Keep me guessing, Piri.
Just
I love
anything.
it. What's the biggest risk you've taken in your career, Piri?
I think leaving Universal was the biggest risk.
What was the process behind that?
So, Piri and Tommy, we were signed to Polydor Records at the time. We just released our mixtape, Frog MP3, which it was all going good. It was a vibe. And then me and Tommy broke up romantically.
Yeah.
And then we had to tell the label, we had to tell people that, obviously. And then it just like freaks them out. Basically.
Wow.
And so our plan was to go into an album like pretty much straight away, but then they were kind of like, oh, like we want to do singles instead, like test the waters with how it is with you guys, like broke up kind of thing. And then we just, I don't know, weren't feeling supported. Like I felt kind of like they didn't believe in us, and we'd said like, you know, the music comes above this, like we've got all these demos, we've got all this music, and I don't know. We weren't pleased with like the speed at which the songs were coming out anyway, and just the vibe of like being in this big industry machine. And honestly, I was still quite clueless back then in my career. So we just thought like, I think it was Tommy who said like, why don't we just like do it ourselves? Just like
Amazing.
go independent. Like he was all for that. And I was definitely scared, but.
So what were the pros and cons of going independent then?
I think the pros was that almost immediately I had this massive like creative boost and just this feeling of freedom, and like music was art again, and it's not something that I'm trying to make for these people, and like I don't know, you don't need all their approval to think about like how I'm going to do the next on and on kind of thing. It was like super creative, but then the cons were you don't realize how many spaces that a massive corporation puts you in, I think, until you're not with the massive corporation anymore. Like I don't know, even just little things like the way they just instantly get you into like the Brits after party and just like all these random events.
It's a big networking opportunity, right?
It is, like you meet so many people, like so many artists, so many other, I don't know, people in the industry that you can work with. So I felt a bit like shocked about how excluded we suddenly became from things like
you
that.
weren't in the party anymore.
Yeah, because I don't know, and it just goes to show like I guess it isn't even the artists who get themselves invited. It's like, I mean, sometimes it is, but a lot of the time it's just the industry, like. So that was interesting.
That's wild.
Yeah.
How do you overcome creative blocks in the studio?
Just like, I don't know. So I had a really big one last year,
Right.
I think it was last year. And I was just like, every time I sat down to write, I would just literally think like, how's this going to sound? Like, are people going to like this? Is this popular enough? Like, blah, 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 blah. Really like overthinking it. So what I tried to do was like, I just sat down and I was like, I'm going to write the weirdest song ever. I'm just going to write a weird as fuck song. And it was about have you ever seen that picture of like the dolphins jumping out of the water and there's like rainbows and like
this might be a bit of a dated reference, but Echo the Dolphin mean anything to you?
No.
It's a Sega Mega Drive game, but yeah.
Is it like all very like tropical vibes? Like,
yeah,
you know, like
very much.
Yeah. Like this picture of like these Fruitiger Aero dolphins jumping out, and I was like, I wrote a song called "Dolphins in the Sun," which is just inspired by that image, and it's with
so taking
this
inspiration from a pretty unusual place then.
Yeah. It was this beat by this guy called Anatole Muster, who is a jazz accordion player.
You honestly, Piri, you're blowing my fucking mind again.
There's a lot going on in the scene. I think he's like kind of like my age-ish or a bit younger, like mid-20s, from Switzerland, but lives in London a lot.
Wow.
And yeah, so I had a beat from him, and it was already weird. He's got a weird harmonic style. So I thought, I'm just going to go into it and write some weird lyrics as well. And it freed me. It freed my mind. It came out in an instant because suddenly I wasn't trying to make something that someone else would like. I was just writing what I wanted to write at the time. And I think like flipping it like that and realizing like, oh shit, like you've got to just let it come out kind of thing. Dolphin mindset. Go crazy. And also just have a break.
So we focus a bit here chatting about some of the struggles and hard work you've been through. What part of your career brought you the most joy?
Just writing, I think. Just writing, just being able to...
Is that when you're happiest, do you reckon?
I think so, yeah. The buzz you get once you've written something that you like is crazy. Like, you feel honestly like wired. Just like there's so much adrenaline. I'm going around my house like, oh my God. Just like playing it again and again. That feeling is priceless. It's crazy. And just like the excitement to share it as well.
And how does that compare to the adrenaline of a good live show?
I was going to say live show was a close second. Like playing Glastonbury and just like seeing a massive crowd in front of me. The Lonely Hearts Club stage.
Oh, that's great.
In 2022. It was so good.
Yeah, I missed that year. Actually, I wasn't there that year.
Yeah, it was the first one back after COVID.
Oh, no, that wasn't that one, though. It's 2023 I missed. Sorry, I missed you, Piri.
We were on the Thursday anyway. It was like a...
Thursday's a shutdown. They're so busy.
It was great.
Can't get anywhere, can you?
Because
that is the best day to play Glastonbury.
Because the main stages weren't open.
Exactly.
So our little stage had a massive crowd, and then we got to chill for the whole festival after.
Dream booking.
Yeah, literally.
So what mischief did you get up to after your set at Glastonbury?
Some things. We got up to some things.
We can't possibly say on mic.
No, we can't say. We definitely had our fun. We definitely enjoyed it though.
Didn't doubt that.
But yeah, I remember like seeing the crowd just like at one point like everyone was just doing this.
Sick.
And it's just mad seeing like a mass of people all moving their hands at the same time. I remember like a proper overwhelming feeling. It was really cool.
That'll never get boring, will it?
No, never, honestly.
So on that, can we look forward to audiences putting their hands in the air for Piri live shows over the next 12 months?
Yeah, that's the thing. I actually do not have a plan with live right now. Yeah. I left my agent as well.
Oh, right, wow.
And my publisher. I'm going like super, this year I'm super independent creative focus,
Amazing.
like doing whatever I want kind of thing. At least for this year anyway, I'm just like seeing what happens. So I definitely want to do some shows, whether it'll be a tour or just a couple one-off shows, I'm not sure. But I do want to put on a night and have my friends play as well.
Oh, great.
With their artist projects, because they're all amazing and so underappreciated.
So it sounds like you want to sort of move to more of a give people a platform. Is that kind of what the future has in store?
Yeah, kind of community focused.
Yeah,
like
I
I love
love that.
collabing with my friends as well. I've got a collab with my friend Tapwater Lucy coming soon. That's going to be great. And then my friend Maisie, we released a track, but I want to do another one with her.
You just released a new collab a couple
With
of weeks
Screws, yeah, love him as well. Another
Banger.
good friend. I think, yeah, I don't know. I heard someone once say like the scene is more important than the individual, and
I love that.
I really
Yeah.
like believe in that. So
Piri, this
yeah.
has been fucking class.
I'm-
You've been amazing.
I try. What can I say?
Is there
Good
anything,
questions.
final thoughts, feelings, emotions you'd like to share?
Final thoughts. I'm just going to say again, if you're an artist, learn to record yourself. It doesn't matter what mic you have. Buy a shit mic.
Get an SM58.
It's all about the compression, okay? It's all about compression. Just learn how to use a compressor. Watch YouTube videos. Write notes. I wrote like 2 pages of notes on compression. Just that's how I learn. But if you know, watch someone, figure it out, and you can make your vocals sound sick on your own, and it will like open up a whole new world for you. Honestly, that's my advice.
Good advice.
If you can use Excel, you can compress vocals. I swear.
That's it. I've been William Hann. She's been Piri.
I've been Piri. Thank you so much for having me. It's been amazing.
Nice one, Piri. Cheers, mate.
Perfect. Sick.